I'm Nicole Jamison.
And I'm Jiggy Zhang.
And we will be showing a video on integration by parts. Alright, so the purpose of integration by parts is
to integrate by hand using the formula.
And it's like u substitution, but it has two variables. U substitution just has the u and du, whereas integration by parts has u and v and their respective derivatives. And also integration by parts, it'll look like you'll have an integral and then there will be two terms multiplied together. Okay, this is the formula for integration by parts, and we put a star because it's important.
You have to memorize it.
Yes. So it's this part over here is what you'll be given for the problem, and this is what you'll have to plug in once you come up with the parts to find your answer. And these are the parts. So you have u and du, which is the derivative of u, and then v and dv, which is the derivative of v. And the u and the dv are
given.
Yes, they're given in this integral right here. So those two you don't have to come up with on your own. You already have those. And then obviously to come up with du, you just do a derivative, and to come up with the v, you just do simple integration. Okay, so how to determine u? There is a fancy thing called
Lit.
Yes. And so each of the letters stands for different things that will help you help indicate what you should make u.
So L stands for log.
And an example.
It's like log of x.
Mm-hmm.
And I stands for inverse trig.
And an example, just like inverse sine of x.
And P will be polynomial.
And that's like 2x.
Or x squared.
Mm-hmm. Just examples.
And E is exponential.
And that example is like
2 to the x.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then T will be trig.
So just basic trigonometry like
Sine s, cosine x.
mm-hmm. That kind of thing. So and on the top you can see we have most desirable to least desirable going from left to right. And even though like the ones on the left will make it easier to solve, and it'll make your outcome less complicated, but the ones on the right, like these, are actually more common than the ones on the left, and they appear more often in given problems. Okay, so now we have an example of integration by parts. And so in this kind of a problem, you're going to be given an integral with two terms that are multiplied together. So in this case, 2x and
Sine x.
mm-hmm.
Dx.
Okay, so if we go back to the formula, you can see, so the two given parts are u and dv. So now we just have to determine what u is out of the 2x and the sine x.
Using lit.
Yep. So if we go back to this slide, sorry. So here we have a polynomial, and we have,
Trig.
so if we see, if it goes from left to right, from most desirable to least, then if we have trig and a polynomial, polynomial comes before the trig, so we are going to make the polynomial u, so 2x. And then the derivative of 2x is 2dx. Okay, so then the other part is dv. And that's the sine x dx. So we know what dv is. So then just do simple integration. So
Negative cosine x.
that's the term whose derivative is sine x. Okay, so now that we have all of our parts, we're going to plug it into this formula that we have right here, and uv minus integral of v du, just by plugging in the parts that we just came up with. So it's going to be the integral of uv, so that's,
No, it's just uv and v du, right?
sorry, yeah, so it's, oops, wrong button, okay. Trouble, okay. So it's the integral, I'm having serious issues, I apologize. Okay, integral of u dv, no, okay, I am so sorry. Okay, so this right here is integral of u dv, and so the formula, I'm just going to write it so we don't have to keep going back. So it's u v
minus integral v du.
Thanks, G.
Okay.
Oh my. Okay, so our u and v, that's going to be 2x and negative cosine x. So I'm just going to put the negative out front.
Times cosine x.
And then minus the integral of v du. And it's going to put the negative, so negative 2 cosine x, and then don't forget the dx. Okay, and then if you simplify, the integral becomes positive.
2 cosine x dx.
Okay, and then even though we have this integral right here, we can easily simplify that because we know the integral of cosine x is sine x. And then the 2 is a constant, so you can just leave it there.
2 sine x.
And that's your answer. So sometimes when you're doing integration by parts, the integral that you come up with after plugging in your variables, it might be more complicated than this one that we have right here. For example, it might be something as complicated as this, in which case you would have to do u substitution one more time. I mean, integration by parts one more time. Yeah, so thanks for watching our video. We hope it's helpful. And you can make it through calculus. Drive on!